There comes a moment in every life when the noise fades and the silence screams. A moment when you're alone with your thoughts, staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering if this is all there is. But deep down, beyond the doubt and fear, a whisper rises. This is not the end of your story. You were not born to merely exist. You were born to dominate, to create, to overcome, to lead. Life didn't put you here to blend in. It put you here to stand out. And the truth is, the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is the fight you haven't started yet. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You're not too late. You're just not finished. Every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. Every legend was once a nobody who said, "Not anymore." The fire that built them is the same fire inside you. It's just been sleeping. But no more. Not after today. This is the call to rise. You've got a mountain to climb, a destiny to claim, and no one's going to hand it to you. You've got to bleed for it, sweat for it, suffer for it, and above all, believe in it. Because belief is where it all begins. Not talent, not luck. Belief. Belief that you matter, that you're capable, that your story still has chapters that will shake the world. So I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Not with your words, with your grind, with your sacrifice, with your relentless refusal to quit when the odds scream no. This life, it's not going to be fair. It's not going to be easy. But it will be worth it. If you fight, if you rise, wake up the fire. The world hasn't seen the best of you yet. You've been fed a lie that tells you to stay in your lane, to play it safe, to keep your dreams realistic. They told you not to aim too high, that you're not special, that you're not capable, that success is for other people. But let me tell you the truth. Limits are illusions. Every time someone said you couldn't, it was never about your capability. It was about their fear, their doubt, their own reflection of what they couldn't do. And somewhere along the way, you started believing them. You started shrinking. You started playing small. You started dimming your own light so others could feel comfortable. But you weren't meant to dim. You were meant to ignite. You've got potential that hasn't even been scratched, talent that's still sleeping, power that's still waiting for you to claim it. But it won't wake up if you keep bowing to your limitations. You've got to punch through the wall, not walk around it, not wait for someone to move it, break through it. Because when you do, you realize something earth-shattering. There were never any limits to begin with, just fears wearing the mask of truth. The only chains that ever held you were the ones you accepted. And now, it's time to break them. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not what they called you. You are what you decide to become. So rip the labels off. Burn the blueprint they gave you. And write your own. Build it with courage. Hammer it with effort. And seal it with unshakable belief. There is no ceiling, only the ones you choose to obey. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. While they hesitate, you move. Because this isn't about them. It's about you versus you. Now show the world who you really are. There's a fire inside you. Don't pretend you don't feel it. That burning sensation in your chest when you think about the life you really want. That flash of energy when you imagine breaking free, rising up, becoming more than you've ever been. That fire? It's not random. It's not a mistake. It's your calling. And most people ignore it. They feel it once, then bury it under excuses. They smother it with comfort. They suffocate it with fear. But not you. You're here because something inside you won't stay quiet. Something inside you knows there's more. That your life isn't meant to be a cycle of just getting by. That you weren't created for average. You were built for impact. And the fire? It's your reminder. Your reminder that greatness isn't given. It's unleashed. It's forged in pressure, sharpened in pain, and fueled by a refusal to quit. That fire is going to ask you for everything. Your time, your sweat, your patience, your sacrifice. But what it gives back is everything. Confidence, purpose, fulfillment, freedom. The fire doesn't burn you, it builds you. But only if you stop running from it and start feeding it. Feed it with your effort. Feed it with your discipline. Feed it with the choice to rise when everything tells you to fall. Every single day. You want change? You want transformation? Then let the fire lead you through the hard, through the tired, through the fear. That voice that says, you can't? Throw it in the fire. That memory of every failure? Burn it and rise from the ashes, because the fire is not your enemy. It's your weapon. And now is the time to wield it. You know what's holding most people back? The noise, the doubt, the distractions, the voices telling them to stay small, to stay safe, to stay silent. It's everywhere. People who gave up on their dreams, trying to convince you to give up on yours. Friends who don't understand your vision, trying to shrink it down to something they can digest. A world obsessed with comfort, trying to talk you out of the climb. But you? You're not here to be average. You're not here to fit in. You're not here to play small just so others feel big. You were built to rise, above the noise. And rising doesn't mean you have no fear. It means you feel the fear and move anyway. It means you hear the doubt and step anyway. It means the voices are loud, but your belief is louder. You tune out the distractions and lock in on the mission. You don't need permission. You don't wait for validation. You don't need a crowd clapping for you when you're still building. You are your own fuel, you are your own storm, and yes, you will be misunderstood. Yes, people will doubt you. Yes, there will be days where nothing makes sense and quitting feels tempting. But you're not here for applause. You're here for progress. You're not chasing comfort. You're chasing greatness. And greatness lives beyond the noise. So every time it gets loud, get focused. Every time it gets dark, get moving. Because the ones who rise above the noise are the ones the world can't ignore. This is it. This is the part where you decide what you leave behind. Not someday. Not when the timing's right. Not when everything lines up. Now. Because your legacy isn't something you write later. It's something you build daily. With your choices. With your effort. With your relentless refusal to settle. Every day you wake up and go to war with your excuses, you're building your legacy. Every time you rise after falling, you're shaping your story. And no, it won't be easy. The path will be lonely at times. You'll get tired. You'll be misunderstood. You'll be tempted to quit. But if your vision is strong enough, your why deep enough, and your heart unbreakable enough, you will endure. And what you'll leave behind won't be money or trophies or titles. It'll be the example, the fire, the blueprint for what's possible. You'll show the world that it's not about where you started. It's about where you refuse to stop. You'll prove that greatness isn't for the chosen few. It's for the relentless few who chose to rise when no one was watching. You'll become the spark that ignites 1,000 others. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop questioning whether you're ready. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You need decision. You need drive. You need commitment to the life you haven't even fully seen yet, but you know is yours. This is your legacy in the making. So go build it with every rep, every step, every second. Let the world remember not what you said you'd do, but what you actually did. Because legends aren't born, they're built. And today, you build yours.